Hi guys, it's Gav here from DancePlanet.tv and welcome to day 2 of my predictions for the 2021 PDC World Darts Championship. We're going to be covering everything from the fixtures, stats, head-to-head and my awesome predictions, so keep watching. Just want to say apologies for day 1 video. I know that there was a slide in the wrong place. It happens, but let's get straight on to day 2. So Wednesday, December the 16th, the afternoon session, we have 3 first round matches and 1 second round match. First up, we've got Ryan JOYCE against Karel Sedlacek. Then we've got Ross Smith against David Evans, William O'Connor against Neil Zonderveld, and Chris Dobey will be playing either Jeff Smith or Keane Barry. So kicking off the afternoon, we've got Ryan JOYCE against Karel Sedlacek. Ryan from England, PDC ranking number 37. His best performance was the quarter-final back in 2019. Meanwhile, Karel Sedlacek, PDC ranking 84. His best performance was the last 96, also back in 2019. Now they're head-to-head on this one. Karel Sedlacek is actually 1-0 up against Ryan JOYCE. However, Ryan has had an incredible couple of years. I actually got to meet him at the PDC Worlds back in 2019 before we went on that incredible run to the quarterfinals. Such a nice guy. Call him relentless for a reason. He really don't seem to fear anybody. His darts at the moment have been fantastic and I think that he could do well again this year, and I'm going for him to beat Karel 3-1. Next up, we've got Ross Smith against David Evans. Ross Smith from England, PDC ranking number 42. Now, his best performance was the last 64. This has been done twice by him back in 2014 and 2019. Meanwhile, David Evans, also English, PDC ranking 129. This is his World Championship debut. This is a really tough one to call. David Evans has had some great performances in the home tour on the PDC and looked absolutely brilliant at times. Ross Smith, more experienced. Like I said, my heart's saying one thing, my head's saying the other, but I am just going to go for Ross Smith to get through this one against David Evans, 3-2. Next up, we see Willie O'Connor against Neil Zonderveld. Willie O'Connor, of course, from Ireland, PDC ranking number 36. His best performance was the last 32 back in 2019. Meanwhile, Neil Zonderveld from the Netherlands, PDC ranking 79. This is his World Championship debut. Willie O'Connor is a classy player, not shown it quite so much of late. Could this be his time? I think it's going to be too much for Neil's, and I'm going for him to beat him 3-1. Next up, we have Chris Dobey, who will be facing either Jeff Smith or Keane Barry. Chris Dobey is one of my favourite players and one of the nicest guys I've met. From England, PDC ranking 22, not been playing so well of late, has struggled. But when you look at the Worlds, he's made it to the last 16, both in 2019 and 2020. Chris Dobey can be a heavy scorer, but whoever get through this one is going to give him a match. Now, you'll know from my day 1 video, I think it's going to be Keane Barry, but I'm still going for Chris Dobey to have enough to put Keane out with his experience and class. And like I say, I think he's a top bloke, and I'm going for him to beat Keane Barry, if it is him or Jeff Smith, 3-2. We then go on to the evening session where there's 3 more first round matches and 1 second round match. First round match between Max Hopp and Gordon Matters, CALLAN against James Bailey, and Adam Hunt against Lisa Ashton. And then we have a second round match where GLEN will take on either Steve Beaton or Diego Portela. So kicking off the evening, we've got Max Hopp against Gordon Matters. Max from Germany, current ranking on the PDC is 39. His best performance, last 32. Now, Max has done this on 4 occasions. 2015, 2017, 2019 and 2020. His opponent, Gordon, all the way from Australia, not ranked in the PDC. His best performance was the last 72 back in 2018. These guys have never played each other before. Now, I'm looking forward to any darts match as always. Now, I like to see Max. Is this the year that Max go further than the last 32? I'm not sure, but I do think that this is a good draw for him. Max can be a big hitter when he's on form, and he's very confident in his gameplay. And I think he's going to have too much for Gordon. I don't know a huge amount about him, and for that reason, I'm going for Max to beat Gordon 3-0. Next up, we've got CALLAN RYDZ against James Bailey. CALLAN from the UK, PDC ranking 80. Now, his best performance was the last 64 last year in 2020. Meanwhile, his opponent James, again, another Australian, not ranked on the PDC, but his best performance was the last 96 in 2019. CALLAN is going to be some player again, and super confident, got an incredible ability, very natural, big scorer. He can do some real damage, and I think that CALLAN is going to have too much for James, and I'm going for him to beat him 3-1. Next up, we've got Adam Hunt against Lisa Ashton. Adam from England, PDC ranking 76. Now, Adam's best performance is the last 96, and that was back in 2019. Meanwhile, his opponent, Lisa Ashton, also from England, PDC ranking 107. Now, these guys have played each other before, and it's 1-1. Lisa's best performance was the last 96 back in 2019. This could go either way, and I really found it hard to choose. For me, Lisa Ashton, without doubt, right now, the best lady player in the world. I personally think, some of you may argue and say others, but I think she is the best ladies player. Got the tour card last year, quite incredible. Probably not got all the credit that she deserves in the ladies game, and I would love to see Lisa win this one. Adam had a good result recent times on TV and a little run, and I think that he's probably just going to edge Lisa 3-2. Then the final match of day 2, we see GLEN DURRANT up against either Steve Beaton or Diego Portela. GLEN, of course, from England, PDC ranking 12, quite incredible, had a magnificent start to his PDC career. It's just flown up the rankings. I didn't see him as, I thought he was going to struggle when he first came over, I'll be honest, to get in the top 32. He's proved everybody wrong. Premier League champion. He's had a wobble over the last sort of month or so. He's been struck with this COVID virus, and it has affected him. I hope that it doesn't interfere with him playing in the Worlds, because he really is a danger man. Last year, his best run, of course, the first one was the quarterfinals in 2020. Like I said, I think that he's going to be up against Beaton, because I think Beaton beats Portela. But I think that whoever do get through that one, and as I say, I think it will be Beaton. If GLEN is not on his game like he is, it's going to be a tough match for this one. But I am going to put GLEN DURRANT, with the way he's been playing. I think he's going to have sorted himself out, and hopefully he's feeling better. And I would go for him with my prediction to beat either of these two 3-2. So let's just have a recap on my predictions for day 2. Ryan Joyce against Karel Sedlacek. I'm going for Ryan to beat him 3-1. I'm going for Ross Smith to beat David Evans 3-2. I'm going for Willie O'Connor to beat Neil Zonneveld 3-1. And I'm going for Chris Dobey, who I think will be playing Keen Barry 3-2. Then in the evening session, I'm going for Max HOPP to beat Gordon Matters 3-0. I'm going for CALLAN RYDZ to beat James Bailey 3-1. Adam Hunt to beat Lisa Ashton 3-2. And GLEN DURRANT, I think, will be playing Steve Beaton, and I'm going for him to get through whoever he plays 3-2. So let me know what you thought. What are your standout games? Do you think that my predictions are accurate? I'm really looking forward to seeing Lisa Ashton. I think that the chance is there for her to do it. I actually think it's a really good draw for Lisa, but I have, as you've seen, just gone for Adam. But I would love nothing more for Lisa to go through that one. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you soon for day 3, schedule, stats, head-to-head, and more details, as well as my awesome predictions. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, please turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to download our awesome Darts Planet TV app. We've got some awesome giveaways to do over Christmas and some fantastic quizzes coming. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.